No, this can't be. No. I I didn't really explain why though. Hey everyone, I've been having this thought on my mind ever since Sonic Mania was announced. It was,
Hey,
this
that's
is pretty
pretty good.
Of course we all know that, but I'm not talking about the obvious reasons the mainstream loves the game so much for. Like gameplay and oh yeah, the music too, but that's a given. I'm talking about the characters. They are cool. They're animated now and they emote. They move around in a cool intro that pretty much explains everyone's dynamic and pretty damn well, by the way, without even having to say a word of dialogue. And this gets me thinking,
So yeah. Wow!
this is what Sonic is capable of. This is what I've been waiting for. This is what I wanted from the series the whole time. Just get to know these characters a little bit more. I watched the Sonic X anime when I was a kid and I loved it. I mean, there were callbacks from the games like Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, Sonic Battle, who gives a shit? I like it because of the shippings. I mean, come on. I've made a whole video just as an excuse to write a seal-based fanfiction that if you haven't watched already, I recommend you to do so. It's pretty good. But don't get me wrong, it's not just about the shipping. I love to see these characters interact with one another, not just in a romantic / subjective Ero Aruju Hachi kind of way. You basically put these characters in a party. Now, what I mean by this is that you can put them in any random scenarios and just see how they react. What would they do? Like when they were playing baseball on Sonic X, or when they were on a boat. This is BookTech's example of character design. If you want to make a cool character for a story, just throw them all into a party and think on what would they do based on their personality. This is a practice that I love to see in animation play out. One Piece, one of my favorite animes ever. Well, except for that arc that was absolute shit. I love One Piece a lot. It's been a huge part of my childhood and I love all the characters and stories. Except for that one arc. And that's what I really want to talk about now. But before that, trigger warning. I have to talk about something rather controversial, taboo even. To some people, the simple mention of this opinion might as well just kill them on the spot. So be ready. You're being warned. The fillers episodes are the best, or at least not as bad as you might think in the first place. Chang. Despite what the popular opinion wanted me to believe, when I was a child, the filler bad mentality was everywhere, but it never clicked with me. To me, those were one of my favorite moments in the whole show. When they weren't fighting or on a random island, but instead they were just chilling. You really get to appreciate everyone's dynamics when you put them together in a boat. This moment appears when they just got off an island and they're on the search for the next one. This gives the characters time to breathe and utilizes this little bit of time to develop the crew further. I mean, you can't really escape or get too far away, so you see them often in the same place, talking or as I said earlier, one of my favorite moments is when they were inside because it was raining and Luffy got bored. He was looking for things to do and everybody just kept ignoring him. They were doing their own thing. Not because they think he's annoying or don't respect him, I mean he's the captain, but because the ideas he was getting were dangerous at best. Luffy got no other choice but to ask Robin what she was reading, just to get something to do, and then immediately everybody freaks out about it just for the thought of Luffy reading something, but then immediately play it cool when asked what's wrong. Or that time when Nami got sick and everybody freaked out. And you really get to see that doesn't matter what happened between them, they really do care for each other. With these little moments with the characters, you get to see how they really are. You can throw them in any scenarios at this point and know for sure how they're gonna react. I mean, how else could we even know that Usopp is an amazing artist? They don't really need that ability when fighting, so we could have never known. To some, this might be the filler episode and not relevant, but for me, it's important for the characters to catch their breath at least once in a while. Not like some other anime I know about, but we'll get to that in another video. Oh, also, that afro was sick. Now that we've been through all that One Piece stuff, let's move on to my main point. Like I said before, I was really happy with Sonic animations, like Sonic Mania Adventures, and then TSR Overdrive, and the little Chow in Space bonus episode. Daga. Only one thing stood out from the rest. The Sonic content crowd. It was the Sonic IDW comic series. What would happen if we throw these characters into a zombie apocalypse? That was amazing. World building, new characters feeling something, anything. Characters interacting, holy moly, macaroni, the whole thing I was talking about, it was right there. Now as a comic, you only need the basics, you know? Things like the story, the characters, the art. What I mean is that it doesn't need the super expensive stuff. What I mean is like the animation, voice acting, and gameplay. I keep thinking, how is this comic so good? And how the games usually are so shit. It felt to me like Sonic was only limited by being a video game character. Like, you can't say who Sonic the Hedgehog is without at least mentioning, oh yeah, he's from a video game. Kinda like Mario. Like, you put Mario in a party and he would probably say something like, here we go, and then, I don't know, start collecting coins, breaking bricks, going through pies, pulling flags, eating mushrooms. A game element is always gonna show up. Or straight up just put the game on the screen and say, oh, you can play or buy this game right now, ooh. Now, I'm not saying that it's wrong or that Sonic have never done that. I'm saying that that's how you sell a video game. But with Sonic, it's not only about the game, it's just so much more. And now you put Sonic in a party.
Oh yeah, I'm feeling the love. You feel the love. What's your name? Gary Payton, but they call me the Glove. How you feeling tonight? Yo, I'm feeling the love. Feel the love, glove. I'm feeling the Sonic. Yo, Sonic. Man, stay off the light speed.
My bad.
Sonic Adventure on Sega Dreamcast.
As you can see here, he's not collecting rings, it's not on Green Hill Zone, grabbing emeralds, there's no time limits, none of that. Now, what is sure to find and is expected to find on Sonic Media is that Sonic is fast. But if you really think about it, that's a huge misinterpretation of what Sonic is supposed to be. Classic Sonic, the original, is not about speed, it's about momentum. We all know that, but when talking about Sonic representation on different media, Sonic speed is always a factor. Now, I'm not saying that momentum and speed are not related or have anything to do with each other. I'm just saying that Sonic is now kinda obsessed with it. Like, it's absolutely necessary now to go fast. And that's exactly what people point out when discussing about problems on the games. And the rough transition to 3D. That is too linear, that is hard to control, that is too fast. Now, going back to commercials. The coolest thing to point out from Sonic all commercials is that, for example, the SA1 commercials, they always talk about the story. Like the Japanese commercials, it says, I'm Sonic, and this and that, stop Eggman, etc. And they have commercials like this for every characters and explain the arc they go through. Or just straight up have something completely different than Goofy. Like the Sonic Adventure Japanese commercials, where they have Sonic plushies on a helicopter, and Knuckles says, Oi, Sonic, 本当にやるのか? And Sonic says, 俺は冒険が大好きなのさ. And then throws Sonic off the helicopter and he started yelling as he fell to his doom. Or the Sonic Adventure 2
America!
commercials, where they have a real hedgehog in a studio and then start screaming at it. What I mean with this is that he was never limited to being a video game character when talking about him in other media. It looked to me that every time he was in any scenario, the people animating him and putting him everywhere to promote were mostly just having fun, thinking in funny scenarios with Sonic, even if it has nothing to do with the game they're advertising. And that's how I think of Sonic the Hedgehog, and why it pisses me off when people is like, where's the new game, Sega? Where is it? Sega is not doing shit. If they're not just mass producing video games, shoving them down my throat every year, heck, every few hours after I just finished their newest game. No shit, they wanna rush games, you dumbasses. That's why to me Sonic works so much better as an anime character, having his own show and all that. It has so much potential. It's not Sonic's fault that the team behind Sonic X just didn't give a shit. And there's videos about it to prove that was the case. You know what? Just to finish this video on a positive note, Sonic is now releasing more than just video games. Like the Netflix series that you announced, and I already gave my impressions, opinions and theories and overall talk about on my first video, go check that out. Or the movie, comics, and the newest announcement of a Japanese exclusive Sonic the Hedgehog visual novel. Ha! I wish. Just rest assured that no matter what, we can still have Sonic and the incredible characters the series have to offer. I mean, there's no way they're gonna fuck that one up.
Next up, question from K McConnell K. Since Shadow, Rouge, and Omega aren't teammates, or friends for that matter, how come they are often seen with each other in games after Heroes, i.e. 06 and Forces, as well as the IDW comics? And I know you've said that Shadow is the hardest character to write for in the comics due to the mandates, but is there anything story-wise that you'd be allowed to write for him where he can have character growth / development that doesn't make him an extreme edgelord? Or would it honestly be easier if you didn't have to include him in the comics at all?
The reason why they're together is because they sell. There's no good plot reason given all the other context I have been given.
Capitalism.
Whoa.
Team Dark has a great marketing tool.
If you enjoyed this
now, with
video and
regards
want to see
to
more in the
character
future,
growth and
be
change
sure to let me know
and
by
Shadow is
hitting
not
that like
exclusive
button
to them.
and by subscribing to get notifications every time I upload a video. As for now, this has been Keelix, and thanks for watching.
There's the
See
illusion
ya.
of change. There's
Matane.
reference to past
I'm
adventures
still
and reacting
trying to figure out this
new
outro stuff.
content in a way that
Bye.